Let's go to Aaron. Aaron is calling out of Tennessee. Okay.
Hi.
Yes.
No, I'm actually calling from Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Colorado. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, so it's hard for me to talk about because I don't usually talk about it, but I am trans. I've been trans all of my life. I'm married to my wonderful husband. We've been married for almost 20 years. Mm-hmm. Thank God that I'm passable so that I don't have to go out and get discriminated against physically or personally.
Yeah.
But since this happened, even just Trump being president, I have never felt in all of my life the amount of fear. I mean, even like having my medical records possibly gone through, someone finding out and putting me on a list.
I want to ask you, and I'm sorry for what you're going through, and obviously I support you. How does it make you feel when we talk about these mass casualty events across the country, and I think less than 1% of them are carried out by trans people, yet the far right keeps attacking people like you? I mean, it gets me angry and it makes my blood boil. I can't even imagine how that makes somebody like you feel. Horrified
and angry. I mean, just the rhetoric, even from Mace alone, I'm more conscious when I go out. I'm just fearful. And Kirk has said disgusting, vile things.
He says trans surgery shouldn't happen at all. He said it should have been abolished. He says trans surgery should not happen. Just get therapy is what he said, which is obviously absurd. And Charlie Kirk never had any medical degrees. In fact, he didn't even have a college degree. And he's telling people what to do with their bodies. And he's making statements. And sadly, he had a very large following. And people listened to him. And this rhetoric, this anti-trans rhetoric, by the way, I defended people like you today because I gave it to Riley Gaines today on the Piers Morgan show. I just gave it to her.
I haven't seen that yet.
I absolutely unloaded on her. And she deserved it, quite frankly, because make no mistake about it, Riley Gaines, and the reason why we know her name, makes a living attacking people like you. She makes tons of money across the country making speeches, not because she was a really good swimmer. I won't take that away from her.
She says terrible, shocking, terrible things.
And I called her out for that. I called her out for it. And somebody needed to do that. I've never seen anybody call her out for that. She is a grifter, and she is no better than Charlie Kirk from the aspect of spreading hatred and bigotry to make money.
I appreciate voices like you for the trans community that doesn't have a voice right now.
Well, you hang in there, and I know you're scared right now.
Anything.
Just hang in there.
Call me crazy. Yeah. Unless I'm dating you, I don't care what's between your legs. I care what's in your heart. I care if you're a good person. I don't care what you do with your body. Now, it's a personal preference, right? We all have personal preference. I wouldn't date somebody that's trans, but it's not because I don't like you. It's just, it's just not my thing, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to be friends with you. I know trans people. I don't understand how people can wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and say they hate somebody or they dislike somebody.
Which is popular right now.
I don't understand how you could think like that based on skin color or sexuality, or because somebody has trans surgery. That's a reason for me to not like you and attack you. They were saying that about the Charlie Kirk murder. They were saying that it was a trans shooter. Nancy Mace went on Piers today, and she lied. She said,
I didn't see that.
Well, Nancy Mace went on the show when I was on the show, and she was talking about truth. And I said to Piers, how ironic that Nancy Mace wants to talk about truth when she said a trans shooter was responsible for this, and she never apologized or retracted.
None of them will.
She said the school shooter in Minneapolis she thought was trans.
Well, the first day they said something about trans on the bullet, which turned out to be a product stamp. I think said TRN. It didn't say anything about trans, but they made a big deal about it because they were taking the opportunity. But I think that
the majority of the trans community is kind and loving and accepting, and we're horrified by what happened. But I'm even more horrified by what is happening on the right when it comes to issues like this.
Aaron, every segment of society, every segment men, women, trans, LBGTQ.
Yep.
Every single segment of society has a couple of bad people. And you can't blame it on any one specific thing. But I can tell you this, they just came out with a stat recently that they're trying to erase, that most of the violence in America is somewhere between 62% and 75% of, guess what? Right wing.
Makes sense to me. Let me tell you something. I respect you for calling in. I'm sorry for what you're going through. I'll always have people like you and have your back. And I will always call out people like Nancy Mace, the disgrace, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and even the Charlie Kirks of the world. I'm sorry what happened to him, but he was very hateful when it came to people that are trans.
He had a lot of hate.